demons are trying to form against me, but I rebuke them in the name of Jesus, right? So yesterday I had a bad day. I mean, a bad day in motherhood. So, not that I want to exploit anything or whatever, but I've already said that I will stay true to myself. I will stay true to my journey, and I am not the perfect person. I don't have perfect children. I don't have perfect friends. I don't have perfect family members, and I very much well acknowledge that. However, yesterday in motherhood, my oldest child yet again decided to test me for whatever reason unbeknownst to myself. And I can't for the life of me figure out why, you know. So I have already pretty much said that, you know, I'm gonna try my best to figure out all situations and all these things or whatever. But anyway, so let me just get to the point. So yesterday, my son, my oldest son, wanted to hang out at his friend's house. He called me. He was like, I'm in the salon. He's in his room. So he calls me because he doesn't like to come out in front of people and whatever. So he called me. He's like, Mom, can I go to my friend's house? And I'm like, no, because I've already told you you were not able to hang out this weekend because you were late to school every single day. And because of that, I wasn't giving your allowance, and I told you cannot hang out on the weekend or whatever until you learn to be a responsible adult, until you learn to go to school on time. Even with me taking you, especially with me taking you, there should be absolutely zero reason why you are late to school and you cannot make it to school on time. So that was his consequence for, you know, not being able to make it to school on time. Mind you, last year, you guys know, my son was late damn near every single day. I live right by the school. Any other person would be like, what is going on? And for the life of myself, I can't make it make sense because it's not like he's waking up late every day. I wake my child up early every single day. He will sit his ass on the toilet until he's freaking blue in the knees. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, so he goes, bro, I'm going. Excuse me? You what? So I go knock on the bathroom door when I realized he wasn't in his room, and I'm like, yo, who are you talking to like that? And then not only he says, bro, I'm going, he hangs up in my face. Who are you talking to like that? Mom. I said, oh, okay. Now, mind you, I am working. I do have a client in my house doing all of this. I said, okay. I gather myself. I go back to the salon. I finish working. Maybe about 30 minutes to maybe an hour later. He says, Mom, come here. He called me. He goes, you finna cook? Rashad, you don't see me working. You called me to stop working to ask me if I'm finna cook. I said, Rashad, you don't see me working? No, I'm not finna cook right now. Shh. Oh my gosh, man, I'm finna go. So I say, go. Because at this point, you're testing me, right? You're testing me and you're pushing my limits, and you want to see just how far you can really go. So go. And I said that with extreme sarcasm. And my son knows me. So he knows. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those things like, I've already said what I said. Now I want to see you do what you say you're going to do after I've already said what I said. You get what I'm saying? If you a mama, you already know where I'm coming from with this. So, I kid you not, about 20 minutes later, if that, the kids are watching him walk out the door. The little brothers are watching him walk out the door. I stand to the window Mind you, I'm still working. I stand to the window and I'm just looking at him. And I'm like, maybe he just went outside to talk on the phone, because sometimes he does that. Maybe he just went outside to talk on the phone or whatever. So I go to the window to kind of like see. And I see he's fully dressed with his tennises on. I say out the window, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere, and don't leave my house. He goes, phew. So I go outside. I go outside my house. I open my door, I go outside. I say, yo, you not going nowhere. I don't know what you got going on, what your problem is. I already spoke to my dad. I already talked to my dad. I don't give a damn who you talk to. I said in my house, you weren't leaving. You cannot go. I've already called the Uber. I don't give a damn if you call the Uber. I told you don't call the goddamn Uber before the Uber even got here. If you chose to still waste your money, that's on you. I told you, do not leave my house. He gets on the phone with his father, I believe. And he's talking shit about me. Telling him the situation or whatever. And I'm just standing there in front of my door. There's a car that pulled up. A car pulled up. And he's on the phone and he's talking. So I'm like, I just know you're not finna. So I tell him, I said, don't call my bluff. Don't call my bluff. Rashad, don't call my bluff. You know what my son proceeds to do? As he's on the phone talking to whoever he's talking to. And again, I'm just going to say it's his dad, and I'm going to tell you why. My son gets in the car with this older guy and one of his friends. And my son drives off into the sunset to where he was going after I gave clear instructions to not leave my house, to not call my bluff, and to not go nowhere. Do you know how disrespected I felt as his mother that my son didn't give a damn? And I really want to say other words, but this is YouTube. But he didn't give an F about what I said, how I felt, and did what the hell he wanted to do. And let me say this, I didn't tell him he couldn't go nowhere off of the strength of I just didn't want him to leave my house. I didn't tell him he couldn't go nowhere because I just wanted to see his face all day. That was a consequence from him not doing what he needed to do in school. My kids know that I am big on school. I struggle with the two middle kids because they have a disability. My kids struggle with school because they have a disability. To no control of their own. And I have a 17-year-old kid who has no disabilities, have done amazing in school throughout his school year, has never been retained, has never been suspended outside of one situation, is not a problematic kid when it comes to, school. But you are now tapping into your senior year. And like I said, your junior year, your attendance was disgusting. I'm getting emails and text messages every single day. Report to school on time. Parents, they have to go to school on time. We are taking away all senior activities. We are prohibiting them from doing this. And even if you didn't want to do none of your senior things and that didn't matter to you, you still have to go to school on time. He says, oh, I have an elective. I don't have to, I can be late. Da, da, da. Why would you want to be late? Because you can be late. You have a start time. You have to respect that time. And I told him, even when you decide to go into the working world and make your own money, no job is going to keep you if you cannot report to work on time. It applies to your everyday life. You don't go to your doctor's appointments on time, they're going to cancel your appointment. Eventually, they will charge you to make future appointments. You don't make it to your concerts on time, you're going to miss the show. There is consequences to being punctual in life. And I'm trying to embed that into his head and teach him these things. And for whatever reason, he allows himself to not take it serious. And it drives me crazy because I'm a very punctual person. Am I late sometimes? Yes, because I am not only just juggling myself, I am juggling for other people. But do I try my best? Yes. And am I on time majority of the time? Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all see just when I went to therapy, I met my son therapy session a whole 20 minutes before time. So my feelings were hurt behind the disrespect. And not only just because I'm his mother, I go above and beyond to make sure my kids is good. I go above and beyond to try to give them the things it is that their little hearts desire. I go above and beyond to make sure they have the things that they need to be successful, to make sure they have a good day, to make sure, you get what I'm saying? Like, you get where I'm going with this? And I told my son, out of all my kids put together, and I have 4 of you guys, I spend the most money on you. The things that you ask me for, I don't have to get. I just put gold teeth in your mouth, top and bottom, because that's just what you wanted for school. That's what I did. You get what I'm saying? I brought you a pair of Lavins. Them shoes was $700. I'm buying you new Jordans. Them shoes was damn near $300. I'm buying you $100 book bags while the other kids are getting freaking $30, $40 book bags. And it's not because I'm trying to be cheaper with them. It's because they don't care about that type of stuff. y'all, I cannot explain to y'all how fucked up, like, in the head this shit had me. I was legit confused. Like, this really what we doing? Me and you not getting along. We just literally just had a whole blow up the other day, to the point where I just threw in a towel. I've been trying to co-parent with this person, and at this point it's just kind of like nothing is working in my favor. No matter how patient I am, no matter how much I ask, no matter how much forgiving I am, nothing freaking works. I am tired. I am stressed out. Y'all see, I work 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 13 hours a day, freaking 12 hours a day. I fucking bust my ass. And yeah, I'm not gonna sit here in front. I get freaking help from the government, but I still bust my ass as a law-abiding citizen. I freaking donate plasma on the side. I want to cry so bad, but I did all that yesterday. Today ain't cool. I'm not giving that to today. I Uber and drive Lyft when I can fit in the time. So tell me, how much more I have to do? What more is there for me left to do as the mom? As my responsibility to pick up, you get what I'm saying? Like, my weight. I figure it out as much as I can. Nothing over there where I'm at. Nothing is perfect. I struggle, but I'm gonna figure it out before anything else. So if I'm asking you, it's because I need it. Sometimes I want. Today's Sunday, and it took everything in me to get out of the bed from how I was feeling. I am really in a sunken place, and it's so crazy because I just left this place, and I'm back here. All it would have took was, don't disrespect your mom. She said you can't go nowhere. That's just what it is. Do better this week, and then you'll be outside next week. That's it. That's all it would have took. But instead, I got the opposite. So let me tell you how it ended. I called him. After not hearing from him, he turned his location off, my child. Turned his location off. Nobody can reach him. Da, da, da. Just wanted to make sure the little boy was okay. He decided not to answer me, blah, blah. I called his dad. Yo, you heard from him? Yeah, he good. So what's the plan? What do you mean, what's the plan? He gonna come back home? How is it that he's not here is what I'm not understanding. I just expressed to you how you didn't make your child come back home, because you so-called earlier quoted that you were going to go pick him up. So I'm guessing that didn't happen. So then he says, oh, he's with my sister at her daughter game. How? And not that I have a problem with him going to his cousin's game. I absolutely do not. But how? Because of the circumstances, how my child not back home? How is he not back home? Okay, so you know what I took it? I took it as if he don't give a fuck. He in a good space with his son, so shit, it don't matter to him. It's your turn to feel. It's your turn to go through it, Monique, as if I don't already motherfucking do. Okay. So I call my son. He answers. I don't know if his dad texts him or whatever. I don't know. He answers this time. I say, yo, where you at? I'm at such and such house. Now I'm confused because your dad just said you was with your auntie. Oh, she dropped me back here. Huh? How she dropped you back over there, Rashad, instead of dropping you home? Like, this is where and I'm telling you, everything is building up in me. Everything has me like, I'm like a pot of hot water. I am boiling the fuck over. And I'm like, how you don't come back home? oh, my dad told her to bring me back here. I'm not gonna lie to you, I felt like that was BS. I felt like he was never with his aunt. I felt like he was with his friend the entire time. I felt like his dad just said that shit just to put out his motherfucking ass like he do everything else. Oh, okay. So I said, so Rashad, riddle me this, what we doing? Because at this point, you gonna say whatever, and who am I to dissect this? So I'm like, what we doing? So moving forward, are we making our own rules? You moving to your own video drum? Like, this what we doing? You kind of like doing your own thing now? Like, you don't need no parental advice, you don't need no parental guidance, none of that. Like, you good? You because at this point, like, you left my house after I told you not to, so clearly, like, the mother instructions means absolutely nothing. So just let me know so I can meet you on the same motherfucking page that you're on, right? And that's exactly what I just said to myself, because at this point you're 17, you moving like you grown, so I'm gonna have a conversation with you like you're absolutely grown. So tell me what the fuck going on. Nah, ma, nah. So what we doing? We doing what we was always doing. How the fuck? How the fuck? How the fuck? This motherfucker says, I just told you how. So you know what? Alright, Shot. Hung up. That was it. Came home. He said hello. Went in his room. I said shit. Got finished my niece's hair. And that was that. That was that. So, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is going on. I don't understand none of it. All I know is that I am mentally drained. I'm tired. And I'm just over a lot of things. And I just wanted to get this out to you guys because, again,